Vegan diets are actually increasing malnutrition in wealthy countries. What about lack of important proteins in the diet? Animal products. Many cases of hidden hunger. Iodine deficiency. Even if you're slightly iodine deficient, it can be bad, especially for children. Rapidly growing trend of veganism is going to be another major contributor to hidden hunger in the developed world, according to the Vegan Society. There's an interesting article, How Our Vegan Diet Made Us Ill. Holly Page thought her family's food regime would boost her health, but stick-thin legs and rotten teeth made her think again. Another one bites the dust. Looked at her daughter and realized something is seriously wrong here. Thought she was doing everything right, of course. Children were extremely underdeveloped, small. She thinks they were vitamin D and protein deficient. Of course they were. She said she felt like such an idiot. I got the information from a book I've had sitting on my shelf for 20 years. Brought a swift end to her experience in veganism. And her children's. I let malnutrition through the back door in the name of health, says Paige. It was ridiculous. Here's an unfortunate demise of all this plant-based garbage, fake milk. Our real companies producing real products are going out of business. Dean Foods, one of the largest dairy processors, filed for bankruptcy. I mean, at least this isn't plant-based milk, which is toxic. It's full of anti-nutrients, all kinds of garbage. Soy milk, almond milk, they're all bad. Suffered from continued declines in consumer milk consumption. There's a really interesting story. Ex-vegan now only eats 100% meat after spider bite nearly killed her. Metro, UK. Flesh-eating disease from a spider bite. Her digestive system stopped absorbing almost anything. She got all screwed up. She was feeling terrible, like I was during the worst times of my veganism. She blames her wrecked digestive system on the time she spent eating fruit, nuts, seeds, and vegetables. She turned vegan in '08, but gave up the lifestyle just 3 years later in 2011. After going so weak, she broke 2 ribs moving a box and began passing blood. Yep, she made it 3 years. It's about as far as you can make it. If a friend joked to her about starting the carnivore diet, she went for it, eating only rare steak and offal. The more I looked into it, the more she discovered meat eating is the most efficient way to absorb nutrients, far more so than when you add carbs and vegetables into the mix. She said as soon as she ate her first piece of meat, she instantly started to feel better and was roused from the sleepwalk existence. She said she feels so much better than I ever have, even when I was eating a normal diet. She adds, vegetables and seeds, which were for a long time my only food source, are actually anti-nutrients, compounds which, if eaten excessively, interfere with your gut absorbing what it needs. Plant-based diet, huh? I think this plant-based diet's severely deficient in iodine. So if you're cutting out the fish, cut all this out. You're going to cut all this out. You're going to leave yourself with grains. So major source of iodine in the American diet, you're going to cut it all out except for one of the sources. If you do that to your children, definitely going to be deficient. So what causes deficiency? People who eat a little bit, marginal amounts of iodine, and also eat foods containing goitrogens. These goitrogens interfere with the way the body uses iodine. They're present in some plant foods, including soy and cruciferous vegetables, such as cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and many more. So if you're getting already a low amount of iodine by skipping out on these important animal foods that you need, replacing the animal foods with goitrogens, then you're reducing your iodine intake even more. You're blocking out your iodine absorption. And what happens if you don't get enough iodine? A lot of things can happen, which we'll talk about in a second. As you see here, a less severe iodine deficiency can cause lower than average IQ in infants and children, and then decrease an adult's ability to work and think clearly. So it causes you to be a little bit stupid.